Okay, so we actually finished half of 8.1 on percents. So now we're going to go to the second portion, which is going to be using word problems for percentages. So here we have problems involving percents. Can everybody hear me? Am I muffled? Do I need to try to throw my voice a little louder? Or is everybody okay? All right. So here it says the most common calculations involving percents involve finding a percent of some quantity. So what they give us as a word problem or to read from left to right, 50% of 10 is 5. So if you notice right under it, the first thing that happened was they changed 50% to a decimal. Remember, all we did was what? You dropped the percent sign, moved 2 places to the left, and we got 0.5. Of 10 is 5. So when writing a percent statement in symbols, the word of is multiplication. So that's where we got the times from. And the word is the equal sign. So we made this word problem into an actual functioning equation. So also we must change the percent to a decimal, which we know. So to sum it up, or to make it a little bit more simpler, just from what they did, they took the 50%, dropped the sign, and we just had 50, 2 places to the left, and we got the 0.50, which is the same thing as 0.5. Now, I'm going to show you this equation. It's not in the notes anywhere, so this is the only place you're going to see it. We have an equation where I wanted to put UAPB. That's incorrect. The equation is A is equal to PB. Now you see why I wanted to put UAPB. All right, when you see A is equal to PB, A is going to mean your actual or your after. That means if someone is asking you what is the percent of 50, what is the percent of 3 over 4? If they're asking for something you get as a result or after, that's considered the actual or the actual amount after. P is going to be our percent, which is typically the easiest thing to identify if they give us a percent. And B stands for before or base. That means if somebody says we have 1,000 students, 800 are ladies, what's the percent? Well, the base would be what? The start point, meaning the 1,000 students. 800 is just ladies, and we're just looking for a percent. So if we were to take this same one and fill it into A equals PB, they already actually gave us the answer, but let's just say we use the 50% of 10. 10 is the before or the base. So 0.50 times 10 will give us 5. So all we're doing is either identifying the after, identifying the before, or identifying the percent. So depending on what they ask you for is how you actually use this equation. We're going to do some more problems with it. So I don't expect you to get it, absolutely understand it. We're going to do some practice with it. So this next one. Which number are you looking for? This 5 is equal to 0.50 times 10. It's just in parentheses, that's all. All right, this next one says, in a class of 66 students, 32% got a B on the first exam. How many students got a B? All right, from just reading this problem, what's the easiest thing to identify? The percent, at least that first. If we read in the class there are 66 students, what do you think 66 represents?
The base.
Okay, and everybody else is saying that because that's the whole class from the total at the beginning. So we have 66 as our base. Then we take our 32 percent and convert it to a decimal. I put 30, sorry. Move over twice, so we got 0.32. So A is equal to 0.32 times 66. So if we multiply 0.32 times 66, we get 21.12. So that means we can't have 0.12 of a student. That might be an arm, a leg, or something. So we have 21 students that received the B. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Am I moving too fast? Or just need me to let it, to look at it? I mean, I notice a lot of, you can do it the other way, but a lot of people, I've noticed, they prefer substitution or replacement. So that's why I found this equation, because it made it easier for a lot of people. Any questions about it? Or just need a little more practice? Alright, we'll go to the next one. So the next one says, of 60 runners who started the 5K race, 45 finished the race in under 40 minutes. What percent is that? So I want you to take a minute and assess those words and use your equation. Now, the one thing I need you to understand is this. It says they finished the race in under 40 minutes. 40 minutes has nothing to do with the problem. We're looking for a percent, and we need to have the what? A base and an actual.
You still using the same equation?
Wednesday, we might really have to go to 226, but it's fine because they actually have a projector in that room. So we'll know. We're going to try to keep sliding this classroom in. I may be able to talk to him since this class is smaller about switching with me. So we'll see. Because we're supposed to have about 25 people in here. Yeah, if they come, we should have about 25 in here. All right, so here, like I said, the first thing for us to identify is we're looking for the P. It says of 60 runners who started, so if they started, that meant that was before, right? And our after, 45 finished. So if we have 45 equals P times 60, we have to get the variable alone. And in this case, to get it alone, we have to divide both sides by 60. As a practical matter, if you have a calculator, you will know that 45 over 60 is 0.75. But if you didn't have a calculator, you could just kind of like simplify. Because I know that 15 can go into 45 3 times. 15 can go into 60 4 times. That's a smaller, give it a smaller fraction, which is still 0.75. So it's 75%. Now, if you have a calculator, everything you need, you don't have to work it out long. But like I said, some people do forget to get a calculator, and they may have to do it by hand. So sometimes you just have to logically take step by step by what you know. Any questions? Okay. Question? Oh, question?
How move right quick.
Yeah. Do you need to, you sit on the front row if you need to. If you need to see the actual board.
Alright.
Cause I know it's kinda hard on that side. Especially when I'm usually both will work, but when I came back it was like this. You okay right there? Okay. I just know I can't see it at all. So you want, wherever you want to sit, don't make me sit. If you want to use this chair right here next to this table, as long as you're not sitting in front of the camera, you good to go with me. I just don't want anybody not being able to mess up some stuff. Or this end right here, whatever's fine. Y'all got some breathing room between each other? Yeah, sure. Y'all got no breathing room? Just making sure. Okay. You will let me know. Just trying to make sure, you know, I don't know what y'all doing out there. But in here, I'm trying to make sure it's okay. All right, so here's another one. Same way. A medium-sized company reported that it had to cut its workforce back 70% of what it was last year. If it has 63 now, how many did it have last year? So now will represent what? Actual time or after? So I'm gonna let you take a stab at it. I already gave you the hint of the hour. So these videos will be posted for the students that may not be coming or may not be on campus, but everybody will have the same amenity. You'll probably start getting emails as well from Blackboard, from the announcements, from me trying to let everybody know the same stuff. Alright, the simplest thing for us to find first for this problem is 70% is converted to 0.70. And because they said it has 63 workers now, and we're looking for what they had last year, we're looking for the base. In order to get this B by itself, we divide both sides by 0.70. And our B should be 90. Any questions? So as I was saying, as you do a little bit more practice, it probably will make it a little bit more easier for you. Okay, so for this one, we're not going to use the A is equal to PB because what it's asking us for. This problem right here is more so something we see every day, all day. It says the sales tax in Albany County, Pennsylvania is 7%. What is the tax on a calculator that costs $89.95? What is the total amount paid? So that's just like us going to the McDonald's, go to the dollar menu. You go and get you. We're saying the dollar menu, even though I know they don't have it anymore. If we get a dollar tea, a dollar cheeseburger, apple pie that's $1, and fries that's $4, right? I think sales tax may be 9% here. I don't know. But if it, let's say it is 9%, that means for all $4 of those dollars, what do we have to do? Multiply 9 cents per dollar. And 9 times 4 is 36. So your price will probably be what? $4.36. So So that's the same thing with like these big items. If I don't have a calculator, but if I know my item is $89.95 and we're trying to use 7%, just 0.07 as a percent, we can multiply. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 9 is 63. Plus 3 is 66. 7 times 9 is 63 plus 6 is 69. 8 times 7 is 56 plus 6 is 62. Multiply all the bottom by 0 and we know it's 0. So 5, 6, 9, 2, 6. Come over 4 decimal places. So we basically can round up that we have $6.30 as the sales tax on $89.95. So the way that they're going to ask you this on the homework, it's going to actually ask you for the sales tax and then ask if you, like it says, what is the total amount paid. So now we just simply take the $89.95 and add $6.30 on it. So now we have 5, 12, 16, 9. So end up the total amount spent is $96.25. So it's like if you have a calculator, it makes it much easier. But if you don't, as you see, you can still do it by hand. All of them you can do by hand. Question? If, and, what, why, by, comment, suggestion, concern.
I didn't know what to ask.
Okay, so where are you getting stunned at initially?
Right, so you just multiplied everything by 7, right?
I just took the amount of the product and multiplied it by the percent of the tax. Since it's 7%, that means 7 cents of every dollar. So basically, you're multiplying the $89.95 times 0.07, and it gave us $6.30. So that's the tax, 7% tax of $89.95. And when you get to the counter to pay for it, if you add the item plus the tax, we get $96.25 you'll be spending. So like I said, even if you're thinking about it, like y'all like shoes and clothes, right? That's the same thing. You go in the store, find you a nice pair of jeans, let's just say for $50, because I don't know what you wear. But if you buy that jean, you get you a nice pair of jeans for $50, and they tell you, oh, it's 10% off. That means 10 cents per every dollar. So the 10 cent times 50, 10%, which is 10 cent times 50, should give you, is that $5 off? And so that means you'll be paying $45 for it. Well, I'm not gonna say $5 off. It's kind of like 10%. I said it the wrong way. We're talking about tax. I'm talking about a reduction. Let's say the tax is 10%, which is times 10 of your $50. So that means your tax will come out to be, somebody do 0.10 times 50, just so I can make sure I'm not wrong. I'll do it on the floor. I thought somebody had a calculator. When y'all get y'all calculators, I cannot have mine.
It's 5.
It's 5. So yeah, so your total price, I just want to make sure I wasn't wrong. Your total price will be the $50 for the jeans plus the $5 tax. It's just you spending $55. So that's like, just think about it when you see it on the homework or on the test. It's something you would do outside to make it easier to matriculate. All right, so this one kind of really goes back to our A is equal to PB, because it says a real estate agent receives 7% commission on all home sales. How expensive was the home if she received the commission of $5,775? So the question is, when do you receive commission? Before or after? Commission is received before or after?
After.
Okay, so that means that's our what? Our A. We already have a percent, so what are we looking for? Pretty much how much the house was. So we're looking for B. Even though they're big numbers, we still can use the same equation.
Okay, so we divide.
So you need to set it up in that equation.
Okay.
So we know we got 0.07. We're looking for the base because that's how much the house cost before. 5,775. And we divide both sides by 0.07 to get B alone. B should equal $82,500. Any questions? Okay. So the next thing we're going to discuss is going to be problems involving percents, which are dealing with percent increase or decrease. So that's just like saying, this week, no, let's say last week. Last week, Walmart had a 75-inch TV for $1,400. But this week, they have it on sale for $1,000. So that means between last week and this week, did it increase or decrease? It decreased. So in order to find out the percentage of increase or decrease, we take these 3 steps. First, we're going to take the amount of the decrease. So that means if it went from $1,400 to $1,000, that's $400 decrease from last week to this week. Second step, we'll take that decrease and put it over the original amount, which would be 400 divided by 1,400. Then whatever that fraction is, when we execute it to get a decimal, we turn it into a percent. Now I don't have my calculator, but I'm going to have to do better about that myself. It's in one of my bags. Which one I haven't figured out yet. So we're going to do an example of something that has a smaller number.
Can you go back for like 2 seconds? Thank you.
Now make sure y'all don't forget to print these notes out, because that's the point of it, so you don't have to write. No, I'm just letting you know so you don't have to write.
Okay.
You just be writing, you know, like the reading notes.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says a large latte at the Caffeine Connection sells at a regular price of $3.50. Today it's on sale for $3. Find the percent decrease in this price. Okay, first things first, we take the $3.50 and subtract $3 to find the decrease, which is 50 cents. That's step 1. Step 2, we're going to put that decrease over the original amount. So if you actually divide this, you get 0.1428. And they'll tell you which place they want you to round your decimal to. So in this case, because it's a percent, we come over 2 places to the right, and I'm gonna round up to 14.3%. Questions? Okay, so the next slide is really just discussing the difference between percentages and advertisements. It says a department store advertised that certain merchandise was reduced 25%. Also, an additional 10% discount card will be given to the first 200 people who enter the store on a specific day. The advertisement then stated that it amounted to 35% reduction in the price of an item. Is the advertiser being honest? What do you think? They give you 25%, then an additional 10%. Does that calculate to 35%? Who says yes? Who says no? Who said they don't know? Okay, so technically, let's think like this. If I ask you to borrow $10, right? And I say, okay, I'm gonna give you half back, 5 tomorrow and 5 the next day. That's on 2 different accounts, right? That's just like looking at the way that they gave this to us. When you get to the counter, they're going to first take off the 25%. So then whatever 25% off $1 maybe, then after that total, they take an additional 10. So the way that we're going to explain it here is going to be looking at an example if we were using $50. If we were using $50 and we took 25% off, then our percentage, 25% changes to 0.25, and we multiply it by that $50, and we get $12.50. So after the initial 25% is taken off the $50, we get $37.50. So now is when they want to take the additional 10% off, which is 0.10 times the $37.50, which only takes out $3.75. But if we go ahead and subtract the $3.75 from the initial 25%, we only basically pay $33.75. But we can take that decrease and add it together. If we do 12.5 plus 3.75, which is 16.25, and divided by 50, our actual decrease of all of that is going to be 32.5%. That's only if we did 25% and then 10%. But let's say we take the same $50 and multiply by 0.35, which is 35% off. Let's see how much more or how much less we save. So 0, 0, 0, 25, 0, 0, 0, 15, 5, 7, 1. So initially, 35% of $50 is $17.50. So then if we do 50 minus $17.50, if it was 35% off, we'd only pay $32.50. So as we saw, the decrease was 32.5% and not 35%. I just wanted to let you know the value would be less if it was an actual 35%. So when we come back on Wednesday, like I said, we'll start here unless, his class comes, and then we'll go to 226 if not. But we'll get everything together with Connect Math on Wednesday. We have computers in there, so it's a possibility we can do it in there, but if not, I'll just give you all the information. And it'll also be online for the students that are online. Any questions? I need to call the roll, and then we can go.